thing, we're going to talk about the hotbar layout and what I like to do. And the new feature, I mean, I like the fact that now I have access to like all my skills and stuff. Even if they're not available, I can still put them on my hotbar. So I'm going to explain how I have things set up. I'm right-handed, so this right trigger is where most of my combo starters come in. That's like my comfort zone, so when I need something to do, that's where it's going to be. So like I do first button, second button, and then third button. Now, Storm's Path I put here. It's comfort for me. I know Storm's Path is a heal and a 380. This is a 380 and adds 30 or 10% damage increase for 10 seconds. In my mind, even though I know this is more logical to spam when you're a tank because it heals you, if I forget what I'm doing and I go into a comfort kind of auto control, I want to hit this button in my mind because I want to keep my damage up, right? Healers are going to keep me alive. My other skills will keep me alive. So this is important, but in my mind, I like this button better. Not saying it's the best way, that's just how I feel and how I set it up. Now, overpower I like to put here. Now that might change, I may end up putting it, actually yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that over here because I do have it changed since the new expansion. Things have changed a little bit. So Tomahawk is here. This is my ranged attack, so if I'm running up, that's my range. That's how I initiate a distance pull for aggro. Defiance. Now Defiance I actually put in my W hotbar. And the reason for that, and actually there's a setting messed up. I can't see the whole thing. So, why? Where is the button? It should show the rest of it. There's the arrow keys are missing. I don't know why. Oh, enable both. There we go. Okay. That was a button I was missing. So as you can see, I now have my standard hotbar and then I have this extra one up here. So when I'm in my actions and I'm setting up stuff, ooh, I need to drop all those. I hate having all this extra stuff in the way because I don't want to push a button and end up somewhere I don't want it. If your hotbar is clear, it won't transition to it. If you accidentally hit the R1 button toggles what hot button you're on. So as you can see now when I hit it, it doesn't automatically change. So 3, remember, was this what I set for the W hotbar. So that's up here. And I put my not so important stuff up here. Stuff that I need, but I don't need constantly or in a hurry. So my defensive cooldowns and things like that I can get to when I need them because I know they're coming up. But I'm not like rushing. It's not like provoke if I'm like, oh crap, somebody snapped aggro or there's an ad I need to get to. To me, those are more important. Home gain is your immunity skill, and that I have a problem. I don't want to hit that by accident. I actually put that on number 2. So number 2 is actually my hidden hotbar, and not Vengeance. Move this here. So that's in a button that I don't hit comfortably. So it's not a button that I go to comfortably, but it's something I can get to in a hurry if I need it. And the way that works, I'll explain it once I get all of these set up. So Berserk I like to put over here. Actually, Berserk is going to go based on the new, because some of my buttons have changed a little bit with the new expansion and the reordering of how things are. So I'm trying to think and readjust myself to the way I have my main character set up and all the new stuff. So Thrill of Battle goes on. This is my heal, I think. Yeah, increases maximum health, restores health. So next one. I think this goes here. When I get on my main character, I'll have a better idea of how things are set up. I know my warrior's not set up like this. I think Thrill of Battle's on 2. But with the new changes, my Dark Knight and my Gunbreaker are the 2 I play the most right now. Their heals are up here. So I'm just trying to readjust to the new changes. Roll action, so Provoke. Provoke is something I need to get to in a hurry, and I like to put it here. This is just, it's been comfort for me since the beginning of the game. And this is just naturally where I feel like it should go. And all my tanks have Provoke right here. All my tanks have their AoEs right here now with the new Shadowbringers expansion. I used to have my AoEs over here, and Tomahawk and all my throws used to go here. I had to readjust those because of the new AoE combos. So that's cool. I like the new stuff. Ramparts, I can go ahead and put Ramparts here. This is where Rampart is on all of my tanks. Reprisal goes here. Shirk I use here. And these are just comfort. These are just places comfortably. Now, Low Blow, the stun. This is something that I have to get to in a hurry. And so I always put it here. It's just a comfort spot for me. I'm going to explain this section down here and why I'm putting everything on this side. Arm's length is the knockback. That needs to go on 3. That can go here. I may adjust that one because I don't remember where that's at right off the bat. Alright, so we got our actions and stuff set up for now until we reach level 30 and we can unlock Warrior, which we will then get our job skills. So for now, that's where we are. So the reason I enable the W hotbar and the triggers at the bottom, so these customizations here, the expanded controls with the RT, LT, and then the WXHB hotbar with the double tap. So the first one, the expanded hotbar, and why I set these both to exactly the same. I'm not coordinated enough to remember LT into RT goes one side, RT into LT goes into a different side. I make them exactly the same, so no matter how my fingers are being pushed, they always go to the same spot, and I can memorize where things are a lot easier. One thing I always like to do, and I forgot to do this, sprint and mount, which I don't think I'm going to have a mount yet. My sprint always goes here. That's on all of my classes. Every single class has sprint in the same spot. That way I can, it's just muscle memory. I can remember where to go, right? I can remember how to run. Now once I get my mount will go here. And that's the same on all my classes. So, and the reason, like I said, the reason is so that I can press both triggers and it always goes to the same spot. And I don't have to remember how to transition from one side to the other. No matter how I push it, they always go to the same spot. That's comfort for me, and it helps me remember things easier. Muscle memory, and I don't have to remember too much. I like my coffee. Coffee's good. Alright, and then the W hotbar, which is this one up here. That's the double tap. The reason this one is more easier for me because I can actually see left and right. So I can double tap and go up, double tap and go up, and it's just, you can, it's more visual. The double triggers, which is hidden, it's actually behind everything, and that's where hotbar number 1 comes in. So anything that I have down in number 2 that I need to remember if it's available or not goes down here. This is just a visual thing so that I can remember that things are available. And as we get and fill out these other skills, they'll go down here too. The only one you don't have to worry about is the mount because it doesn't have a cooldown on it. But other things will go here. Actually, I have those in the wrong spot. They need to move over. I try and put them where they belong. Sprint, you can kind of just keep out of the way. But you see they kind of line up when you hold the triggers. It's a visual thing for me.